Hi, I'm Steven.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Bobby.
This is Tony.
And we are the Above and Below podcast. Today with guest star Link from Hyrule. We kidnapped him while he's trying to adventure to save Princess Zelda in the new game. We got him here with us. How are you, Link? That's crazy, Link. That's awesome. It's a good one.
So,
What's your insight on today's political climate? What? All right, no, I get that. That's valid.
that's my favorite sound that he makes.
But
Yeah!
No,
I told you I didn't need the intro
no,
for it.
you're right. You're
That's
right.
the name of the episode, by the way.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Legend of Zelda iDubbbz edition.
Fucking iDubbbz. Man, he used to be so fucking, like, cool and funny. And then I saw the Sam Hyde videos of him, and he just, it really is hard to, like, root
Support
for
the
him.
guy, yeah.
Because it's not that he does it, like, anything wrong, really. He's just such an ass about it. And it makes you not, like, want to like him.
He's kind of like he has a weird air of like you watch him, and I feel like he's not trying to be a cunt, but he gives off cunty energy.
He also kind of looks like a cunt.
He does kind of look like a cunt.
Fucking the girl, the one that was pretending to be, like, a fucking crackhead, was like, give me your hat. Took his hat, she put it on, she's like, why the fuck's your head so big? You ever weigh your head before or
My
anything?
hat.
And he's like, no, I haven't. And the whole time he's like in the back, because he's taking the documentary seriously. And that's what
Right.
makes it even funnier, is that they are all in on it, and he is absolutely
iDubbbz is not.
at all. No clue. So the whole time he's just like, yeah, I mean, like, I was pretty uncomfortable before with, like, the whole situation because, like, they're pretty intense, but, like,
This is way worse than I thought.
this is horrible. I feel so terrible. And the girl does a great fucking job at... Because her head wasn't shaved. She shaved her head for $500 so she could fucking do this.
What's weird to me is all these old YouTubers that we remember being like that edgy comedy from back in like 2010 era, even earlier than that. Like if we had like Joji specifically, I think did it well, where he had that transitionary period.
There's two other people who did it really well.
And now he's doing his own. If you want to turn that off, yes.
Yeah, I'm fucking cold.
They did a transitionary period. They don't acknowledge it, but they also don't act mightier than thou. And I feel like that's where iDubbbz
that's
runs
the
into
thing.
the issue.
It's like iDubbbz forgot where he came from. He's talking about his fans like they're these like. So he's straight up said, like, in videos before, like, his fans will come up to him and he doesn't like them. He doesn't like his own fans, and it's like, man, whenever you make the shit that you made, like, you're gonna attract the worst of the worst.
Right.
Like, but they put you there. Don't fucking diss them.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about, like, Cold Ones and Joji is, like, all fans are fans, the old and the new.
Right.
Yeah, and they moved on in like a tasteful way too. Like they
started a podcast. He became a music artist, and iDubbbz just kept trying to do what he did, and that just doesn't work in today's day and age anymore. And now he's apologizing for it, and making himself look like a weenie. He's acting like he's leading the fourth.
I was gonna say,
right.
there's a was there a situation that made, because like some people are like, oh my god, look at iDubbbz from back in 2010. Did anything like that happen, or was he just coming out to apologize?
Pretty much on his own accord. And then with him, like, saying the N-word like that, like...
who was that? Jenna Marbles or some shit?
No, her name starts with a T or some shit.
I know the video, I just can't remember who that was.
I forgot that happened.
Funny enough, I think it recently resurfaced on the internet because of his apology. When did his apology video come out?
A couple days ago.
Because I've been seeing that, like, just a screen cap of that
with
moment.
his mullet on and
stuff. And he's, like, looking into the camera, like, holding on to that one girl, and him about to drop the hard R. That's iDubbbz's legacy.
Yeah, I didn't watch iDubbbz.
I wasn't a huge fan of iDubbbz either.
Yeah.
If out of that crew, my favorite one was always Filthy Frank.
Yeah.
I liked him.
He's a choice.
I was not a huge fan of the crew that he ran around with. I thought they were okay when they did group settings, but I didn't like go out of my way to like watch.
Max Mofo's voice used to piss me off a lot.
Yeah,
he's the fat one, right?
No, that's Chad.
That's Chad.
I don't like Chad.
I think
You don't
Chad's
like
funny.
Chad?
No.
Chad's like the better of the duo for Cold Ones.
But fucking,
Maybe now. Although I haven't watched their podcast.
Chad didn't do a lot back in the day. Actually, he was pretty.
they often
He was
just,
like camera guy kind of.
yeah, they often made him do just like dress up like a baby. Like whenever they played like Pain Twister,
Yeah.
they had him dress up like a baby, and he was just the one spinning and stuff. And then he was like he was in the wedding. You guys ever watched the wedding that they did?
No.
He just So Max Mofo and Joji or Filthy Frank at the time, they get married.
Okay.
In their in one of their backyards, like, and it's disgusting. So they spend the whole episode before making a disgusting ass cake with How to Basic,
Okay.
like fucking throwing it. Like, remember the Krabby Patty video?
Yeah.
So like, think that, but a fucking cake, and they all ate this cake and were just like vomiting in cups and eating it and shit.
I remember
nuts.
seeing that.
No, because he had his flight cap on, and Max Mofo was in a dress, and Chad was giving him away.
What's the How to Be a Gentleman? I think is what it's called. Where they had to do all these.
I remember that.
Yeah, where they had to do all the challenges, like walk a lady across the thing. It was like all slippery and shit.
Fucking.
That one was funny. I enjoyed that one.
I experienced heaven this week earlier.
I'm sorry. What?
I
He died, didn't you know?
Yeah, it was great. So, my buddy has recently come home from the military that I went to high school with, so he's back, and we've been hanging out off and on during certain circumstances. And his mom was selling us something cool, so we went out to her house, and I've never been there before. This is where Luke grew up. This is where Luke grew up. He's not here right now, but he's here in spirit from last week.
Oh, yeah, Brad's also not here. The aliens abducted him again. They had to continue pulling his
apparently
teeth
he's been giving great sloppy toppy to the aliens.
to the aliens. Yeah, they liked him so much the first time.
Without teeth, you do give better head.
So,
I don't even want to imagine.
anyway, we went to the backwoods of Clymer, and I'm talking like the backwoods of Clymer.
Yeah.
Familiar.
So he's taking us back there, and he's telling us all this lore about this fucking road that he grew up on, this infamous road,
Right.
where dozens of frogs were genocided, and houses that he and Edwin, that's the buddy that came back, had destroyed,
Oh.
and all that shit. Like, whenever they were kids, they would just find like old houses that people were trying to like sell and just demolish them. We
Agents of Chaos.
So there's a long ass driveway, and he's like, this is Edwin's driveway. We drive for like 5. It looks like a wrong turn scene. There's fucking old cars everywhere,
Right.
trucks, boats, everything. And we get up to the house, and there's a bunch of different stuff there. It's your typical like, they're all very nice and amazing people.
Right.
Fucking, we get there, and Luke's pointing out buildings that they would just drunkenly destroy on the property and shit. And I'd already known that my buddy's friend had, or mom had a Lego collection. Mm-hmm. And I get into her house and I start looking around, and like the more you pay attention to everything, the more it all starts jumping out at you. She had a bunch of like old World War II styled Star Wars photos. Like they looked like they were black and white. They were all wearing like, the World War II get up, but they had like AT-ATs and fucking X-Wings, and there's one
cool.
where they're raising the flag, and it's the fucking rebellion's flag. And,
that's fucking
like that World War II photo.
The Japanese.
Yes, exactly. It's literally stuff
that
like that.
photo.
But
Yeah.
it's all very
Star Wars.
amazing. It looks amazing. There's one where the Death Star is over Earth, and there's just a bunch of dudes running with guns. It's so fucking cool.
All right.
She has all the Lego bouquet up on her TV stand, like all the Lego flowers that they've been coming out with, all on her TV stand. She's like, the room's back there. I go back there, and I immediately just spot so many things. Fucking the Super Star Destroyer. She has 3 different AT-ATs. Fucking 3 small Millennium Falcons, and the big one that was destroyed because she had 3 kids growing up, so they fucked with a lot of shit. But fucking all the Legos.
She was selling them.
No, they are hers. She collects them.
Okay.
She has a bunch of the new ones. She fucking, I about shit my pants. She leans down and she pulls out an unopened Ewok village. The big one with the tree.
Fuck, yeah.
Fuck, and then I look back behind her fucking shelf, and she has the fucking sequels bomber. I can't remember the name of the ship, but that big long one.
That long one.
That drops the fucking
like B-12 or something like that?
B-12 bombers, I believe.
B-12
yes.
bombers.
And when that set released, there was an original set, and then there's the set that we released after. And the original one has a minifigure in it of a black pilot.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I don't remember his name or anything, but he's worth hundreds.
And she has it.
And she just has it. I was like, is that the dude? Like, is this the one that came with that dude? She's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, and I felt so bad. We were all talking. They were all talking, and I'm just like, hey, can I like look through your minifigures? And she's like, yeah, they're in that crate. So I pull out like her crate and fucking start rooting through all of her shit. But fucking, it was amazing. It was so fucking cool. And she had all kinds of Star Wars memorabilia. She had a fucking tauntaun in a cage thing. It was super cool. Super, super cool.
So, like, her Lego collection puts yours to shame. Like,
so,
which is
she
crazy.
gets a lot of the big ones.
Yeah.
But I believe I have more, like...
In general?
More in general, but hers are, like, the good expensive.
Does she have a Jabba's palace?
She does not. She likes the ships more.
Fair enough.
She has the Death Star. She has the long Star Destroyer. Like
the Super Star Destroyer?
Yeah, like...
Holy shit.
She has Imperial Star Destroyers. She has First Order one. She has, like, the old, like, blue TIE fighters, like, from the early 2000s.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I remember those. I had one.
She has, like, those ones that... She, like, if she ever needs, like, money... She
could sell them.
She's...
Make money.
Yeah, she is fine.
Goddamn.
It is great. It is great.
Good.
I had one of that Jabba's...
Sail barge.
Sail barge? I had one of those when I was a kid.
It makes me sad.
They're kind of worth a lot, too, and I'm kind of sad I don't have it.
It makes me sad that I was never into Legos as a kid, and I grew into Legos as an adult. Because, like, here's a funny story. My stepdad bought me I think it was for Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember, 2 Bionicle sets. And
love those choking hazards.
So
Bionicles is awesome.
We had that, and I opened it, I looked at the instructions, and I said, no, you built this. I was not going to build that shit. And my stepdad angrily built them for me because, it's my birthday or Christmas or whatever the fuck it was. So he did it angrily, and then I had them, and then I, like, displayed them, and I loved them, but I did not want to build them. And then one night, I was talking with you, and I just remember I bought the first Lego set I built was the 5 and up snow speeder, because that is my favorite aircraft in all of Star Wars, aside from TIE fighters. And I would say, okay, Rebels, like the good guy shit, my favorite is the snow speeder. For whatever reason, I love the design of that ship. It's awesome. And I got the cheap one that had that, and I think it had the Tauntaun. No.
It came with a little, like
satellite.
Yes, the satellite and the ship. And I fucking put on...
I have 3 of those.
I got 2 of them because they're a lot of fun to build. Mm-hmm. I just put on something to watch. I built those. It was super fun. It was super chill time.
If I could go back and like absolutely just fucking beat the absolute piss out of myself, I would. I'd curb stomp myself. Fucking like the amount of Lego sets that I was given as a kid, and like I had the Arc 170, which is the clone like version of the X-wing, like the Republic.
The 3 one, right? The
yeah,
3
that has
one?
3 guys in it. Yep,
yeah.
I had that. I remember getting it, but I don't remember ever building it or anything. But I still have the one helmet from the Clone Trooper.
Okay.
So that's super cool. I have the torso somewhere else.
I had a couple droid fighters.
Oh hell yeah!
Like
the fucking like the vulture droids.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are
That's
cool.
awesome.
Not the vulture droids. I also had the shit. What's the one that's like the 3? And it's around a ball.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's kind of like the.
It's one of the more advanced.
The
ones.
It's like
an intercept. Yeah, but like not.
It's back from. I'll pull a picture. It's from that era, and it's kind of like the.
I think I know what he's talking about. She might have had what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because it's like a ball, and you set it down, and it has the 3 prongs that come up.
Yeah.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
She had that. I was fucking amazed to see that. I had
so many, and I just fucking.
Was it this one? Wait. Pulling up an image.
I had the fucking full Fellowship of the Ring from Lord of the Rings. That shit's fucking expensive.
Yeah, it was. I remember Lego. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's like their version of
the
an interceptor.
Tri-droid fighter.
Yeah, that's like a droid interceptor.
Yep. Is that speedy boy?
She didn't have that. It was a TIE fighter, but that's fucking cool.
I will say, and I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to spoil it for Tony, but I did finish the new season of Mando, and I loved it.
I watched the first couple episodes. We're like 3 episodes.
You know what's funny? I have a weird feeling that
I didn't like it.
You didn't like the ending?
You think I'm not gonna like it?
No, I think the ending was fine. I weirdly think you're gonna have the same parallel as you're gonna have the same parallel as you did with Breaking Bad, where it kind of feels like this would be a good ending point. but they still technically
there's
have
a
things to
movie
do.
Have
There's
you
a
guys,
movie coming
have
out?
you guys heard what the new movie is called?
No,
It's called Heir to the Empire.
they are releasing a movie.
Called Heir. It's the original trilogy name. That's the original. So before Disney took over, there was prequels, OG trilogy, and then what takes place after that is called Heir to the Empire, where Thrawn takes over.
Yeah.
And he's the big bad. And that's what all of this has been leading up to.
I say there's
is a
no
new Star Wars
spoilers,
movie.
but they have been making name
No
drops
way.
of Thrawn. They've been making name
He's
drops
the new
for him.
big bad. He's the new, now that Vader's gone, before Palpatine shows up, Thrawn, and I am so excited.
Are they doing a trilogy, or is it just gonna be a one-off?
I have no clue. We might see Mara Jade. What I'm hoping for is that they pull out that theory of Ezra fucking with the time thing, because
They might retcon the sequels out of existence. I wouldn't be surprised.
it's a cash grab. And with
Yeah.
Dave Filoni, since he's been doing all the Star Wars stuff with fucking John Favreau,
Yeah.
They've been doing
everybody's
great
been
work.
loving it.
They've been doing
Everybody's
great
been
work.
loving it.
Yeah.
I think if they did a movie, it'd be amazing.
I mentioned this. I think I posted something on Twitter, and when I was playing Star Wars on Twitch, I mentioned it. I like the direction that Star Wars has gone in terms of TV shows. I think their quality is amazing, and for the most part.
I agree.
But there's something about going to the movies and watching a Star Wars movie that they kind of shied away from because the TV shows and Disney Plus has been doing so well.
Yeah.
And the heat that they got for the sequel trilogies. I get why they're not doing movies, but I'm a firm believer that Star Wars is a movie franchise, and it makes me sad that they're not doing movies right now.
Yeah, I mean everything's going to that whole hybrid movie / TV show franchise, and I actually
If they do
This-
more, if
this
they
might
do
be
more
a-
of what Marvel does, I think I'd be happy because they still focus on their movies for their
Yeah.
MCU,
Yeah.
and they have the TV shows that supplement around it.
Yep.
That's what I want Star Wars to be. But right now, we've shifted to just all to all TV shows.
Yeah.
That's all we've had in term. When did the last movie come out? 6 years?
it's been a while.
5 years ago? 6 years ago?
It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute, yeah. That was the first movie. So, yeah, that was
2019.
the last Star Wars movie.
What? That's a lot sooner than I thought. Okay,
Prior-
never mind.
prior-
That's 4 years.
Okay.
Pre-COVID, dude. That was 10 years
I was
ago.
gonna say pre-COVID was 10 years ago. So you know what I mean?
That was the first Star Wars movie I ever got to see in fucking
Same.
theaters.
That was the
That,
first
that
one I saw in
the
theaters,
trilogy.
too.
So when I was younger, I think we may have talked about this on the podcast before, but in terms of Star Wars movie that I've seen, when they were coming out, I saw the bootleg version of 3.
I saw
My dad,
yeah.
my mom bought a pirated. It was horrible, but I loved it because that's the other way you could have watched it, right?
Yeah.
But when A New Hope came out, not A New Hope. When what's 7? The title is 7.
Holy
Empire.
shit. No.
No, the first Disney.
Force
Awakens.
Yeah, Force Awakens.
I saw Force Awakens with my mom and my little brother and sister, and I was like, "This is great. This is awesome." Actually, being able to see it on the big screen, how it was intended to be seen.
Yeah.
And then I watched everything after that, except for I think Rogue One. I didn't watch that one. I actually was super against Rogue One.
Which is funny because that's the best of the movies that's come out since the original stuff.
I will always say that I think 8 is not as bad as everyone says.
I don't think it's
think
bad
8,
either.
I think 8 was fine.
I think it was alright. It definitely had moments where you're like, okay, but it was a fun.
It was
movie.
a good movie. It was a fun movie. It may
movie.
have not been the best Star Wars movie, but I
You
enjoyed
forget
watching
who Luke
it.
Skywalker is, and it's alright.
Yeah, and I think I saw an interview with.
I think that's the biggest problem. Mark Hamill.
And Mark Hamill was
He
like,
hates what happened.
Yeah.
he was like, "This isn't my Luke."
I'm with Mr. Hamill.
I'm with Mr.
The Luke that we got in the EU versus the Luke that we got in the sequels
Yeah.
is so disappointing. I get it, I do. It makes him human, but not every
He was Space Jesus' son.
I was gonna say, yeah, man, is he human?
Well, no, in the EU and even in the fucking show and movies in the canon universe, he's considered a fucking god. He's the guy who killed the Emperor and Darth Vader.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a fucking badass.
There's a reason why Moff Gideon was shitting his goddamn pants when he showed up.
Yeah.
Still one of the best scenes of the entire.
Oh,
show.
absolutely, fucking aces, amazing.
How far have you seen
Gus
it?
did really good.
Gus Fring, yeah. After he died.
Yeah,
in,
he upgraded.
Wait, no, it's a guy. So this is his prequel. The Star Wars is from a galaxy long time ago.
You know the
far, far
sloppiest
away.
thing I don't like about Mando? We were set up to have Grogu gone.
Yeah.
And I was pretty happy for it. But then the Disney was like, no, cash grab, like no story advancing for you. Fucking get him back in a completely separate show. You remember that poster they released of Grogu with a yellow lightsaber?
That was legit?
Yes, Disney dropped that, and we were gonna get that, but because he wasn't gonna be Mando anymore, we had to fucking. He has a vest and a fucking pauldron on his stomach now. Awesome.
Oh, dude, I think I'm part of the hype train. Actually, I like that Grogu's back. I was really sad when he left.
That was the best part of it. The first time I watched,
I feel like season 3 should have been the process of him coming back. I didn't watch.
We got his process in Boba Fett.
I didn't watch Boba Fett though.
You should.
So I just come into Mando and I'm like,
it's Mando season 2.5.
I was gonna say that's I
pretty
didn't
much
like
the only.
Boba Fett that much. It was okay.
Could have been better.
I'm not mad at the direction they took with it. I understand that he's older. He's not like this crazy fucking bounty hunter that he once was. That's why I also don't necessarily hate the direction they took with Luke in the sequels. You get older, shit happens, you're traumatized. I get it.
yeah.
It's not who we grew up with, but that doesn't mean they can't change as a person. So that's why I don't necessarily hate that he was like, oh, fuck the world, I'm fucking off because I fucked up royally, and now I've created a new Darth Vader. Like, that fucks you up.
Oh yeah, fucking Vader took some huge L's. Has been taking L's lately, and I really want him to like not do that anymore. I want Vader to be scary again. He was scary in Kenobi, but like, so like Kenobi and Jedi Survivor take place the same year.
Really?
That's cool.
Do they have any,
There's no crossover,
no.
so like the whole time you're on a planet called Kobo, and you actually visit Jeddah, which is the planet that gets destroyed in Rogue One.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So you spend a lot of time there because there's a hidden Jedi covert there.
Okay.
The game's crazy. There's at one point 4 Jedi in a room standing together.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna be one of the games that I play. Because unfortunately, I didn't like the first one. It just wasn't for me. But I am gonna watch the synopsis. Synopsis of the
Cal
story.
does some fucking wild shit.
I've seen a couple clips
of him
being a
doing,
badass.
like
Yeah.
fucking tapping into the ye old dark side.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get the fucking Joel Miller Kratos treatment with Cal soon.
You think?
Like old man Cal?
Mentor Cal, father figure Cal.
That'd be cool though. I like him as a character, just in general. So like,
So he is. So like a lot of people give Cal shit because of how weak he was in the first game because he's pretty much just got the knowledge of a Padawan at that point.
yeah,
But that's not his fault.
That's not his fault. But this game, 5 years later, he's fucking.
He's owned.
He's dangerous. He is scary.
It's not really big spoilers. There's like a random clip that I saw on TikTok where it's like the difference between what he was in the first game and what he is now. He jumps into something with the Empire, and there's a guy sitting there, and he recognizes Cal, and he's like, "Oh, last time I saw you, you were arrested." Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Yeah, we really need to stop running into each other like this." And he goes, he goes to like ring the alarm or something, and pulls out a gun. He's like, "You're not gonna shoot me," and he like forces the gun away, and he pulls out his gun. He's like, "You better not announce anything" or some shit. And I'm like, okay.
My favorite scene. So
He's a badass.
Spoilers for a little bit, but it's nothing crazy.
if it's nothing crazy, go. For
So
it.
the ninth sister is alive. The bitch that you fight on Kashyyyk in the first
I
game.
did know that actually because I saw Brad lose to her 4 times.
One of my favorite
Yes.
like lines in all of Star Wars was delivered from Cal right there after he says her name. Something tied. I can't remember the first one. It's not Mara. It's like Mira or something. I don't know. Says her name and then like she's like pissed off and shit. And Cal's just like cold as fuck with it. He's like, "I'm gonna set you free," and he fucking decapitates her and shit. Like fucking.
Goddamn.
Jesus.
Yeah, Cal does not fuck around anymore. He's
He's a hardened.
I mean, he uses a fucking gun now too. Like, you don't see a lot of
Those
Jedi pulling that.
TikToks with his fucking
His mullet.
Mullet and the gun, yeah.
Fucking, it's such a good game.
so good.
I'm in the process of just grabbing everything.
Did you finish it? You finished it, right?
Yeah, I got like 90% of all the planets discovered. It's just the fucking running around and grabbing all the shit that I have to scan. Because like I would like to do a new playthrough because you get a red lightsaber in the new playthrough
Okay.
and the party saber.
party saber?
It's the lightsaber. It's all the colors changing all of the time. Like it's like
Oh, so it's like our room right now. It's a rave.
That's fun.
It's a rave saber.
Yeah, it's the rave saber. But yeah, no, it was a really good game. Cal and Mara are not Mara, fucking Marin. That's her name, the Night Sister. They become a thing. There's more Jedi that survived. Order 66. Eno's alive. Cordova, the dude who sends you in, he's alive. It's super cool to see him and like interact with him.
Yeah.
Getting his goddamn lightsaber so fucking hard, and I really like it because it has the same emitter as Luke Skywalker's, the green one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need it. And you have to go through like 3 different fucking like puzzles to get it. It's so fucking annoying. 4.
Luke's green lightsaber has the same emitter as Obi-Wan's lightsaber.
Yep, that's what it was inspired from.
Yep.
Which was taken from a camera hilt or like a...
No, that's Darth Vader's.
Oh.
Well, Darth Vader's, Anakin's, so that's it's a camera piece from a really old-timey camera.
It's like the one that holds up to the flash. Yeah. It had the gunpowder. Was it gunpowder? They had some kind of powder that...
It was something like that.
Because it exploded and it created a flash. And that piece that you held, that was makeshifted into his lightsaber.
Yeah, it was cool. So speaking of Stargate, we need to cut here a little bit because we're coming close to our time limit for today, which is only going to be a 30-minute podcast.
Talking.
Oh, we didn't talk about anything Legend of Zelda.
But that's we're 25, 26
Okay, we're going to talk about it lightly. Got it. Okay, I see what you did. Okay. Yeah, so... a bunch of great games that are coming out. Although if Brad was here, he'd be fucking curb stomping the game into the ground because he hasn't made it out of the fucking... He hasn't made it out of the tutorial area.
Yeah, Brad's playing the tutorial. So, the tutorial of every Breath of the Wild style game that's come out, so...
The two.
Is pretty slow. I can't deny that. You pick up... you got fucking sticks. You're fighting some really, really weak enemies. There's not a lot of movement yet. Not a lot of things happen.
I will say, though, and I get where he's coming from because he also didn't like the original, and I didn't play the original. I've told you this. I literally made it to the part where fucking old head was like, oh, go to these 4 places, go do some shit, and I'm like, no, I'm done with this game. But there was actual story to the end of this game. Things were happening.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we got to figure this out. The tutorial area fucking flew by.
I agree. I had fun with it. I actually spent 4 extra hours in the tutorial area.
Oh.
So
Alicia and I came over the other night just to see them, and he's just fucking building giant long bridges and just carrying them between each island.
Literally that. So I was I got done with the tutorial area. I did the 4 shrines, and I'm about to leave, but I'm nah, this is a Legend of Zelda game. There's got to be shit everywhere.
Did you find anything good up there?
No.
Oh. It was a tutorial area.
But I did it.
They did.
I fucking grabbed 4 of the bridges, and in this game you can stick shit together to build. I grabbed 4 of the smaller bridges, built them into a really, really long bridge. It might have been 6 or 7 of them. And I was carrying that around with me, using it to create slope ramps so I could walk up to places that I couldn't normally reach. That you should be able to get to later in the game because
you were just
the skills. But I was I'm gonna do it now. And I regret that just a little bit because it really was just a huge waste of time.
It was
fun.
So I'm streaming that game, and it really sucks because I really want to play the game, but I'm trying to hold myself to this is gonna be my first true playthrough, and I'm gonna do it all live.
Yeah.
Tyrone was a witness to one of my stupid moments.
Oh no!
So the first shrine,
or
the first place that you go to, the one that teaches you about moving shit, when you get Ultra Hand, you move shit, you attach shit. The second one where you're supposed to attach the 2 bridge pieces, well, I didn't do that at all. I grabbed it and I sloped it because there's that little dip, and it should be long enough for you to stick 2 together. But I dropped 1 in the ground. I'm and I started running up the slope, and I made it to the other side without learning that I was supposed to link them. So then when I got to the next part where I should have already known how to link it, I'm oh, wait, if these 2 don't come together, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? And I started laughing because I'm Tyrone, is that how that was supposed to be done? He's no, not at all, but that's fucking hilarious.
That's amazing. See, that's the fun thing about this game.
It's creative.
It's very creative. You can do, there's so many things you can do, and there's so many situations where you can just do it totally fucking wrong. And
it still works.
It still works. And it still works.
I got my first horse. His name is Bubbles. He's great. He's a great fucking horse.
What color is he?
I think he's one of those spotted ones. He's got the blonde mane.
I got a blue horse. I named him Old Bluey.
Nice. Can you get more space in your?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you as you get pony points by just like finding the
and
things
bringing
and
them,
or just like if you spend the night there, you get a
Yeah.
pony point. But you get to unlock more slots.
Okay, because
Point.
All of your
Sorry, it's just fun.
It is.
Pony Point.
yeah,
It's
pony
just
points.
it's this fucking company that has a bunch of horse places everywhere that you go and you
Like
leave your
stables.
horses, like stables, and you start with 6 slots, I believe.
Your
Yeah.
GTA garage.
Yeah, basically, but for horses.
But for horses. I left.
Where's Epona at?
Yeah, you don't get Epona.
Yeah, I don't even think you got Epona in the last one.
You get
That
your.
was that was definitely a sound.
You do get your. If you played the last one, and this is cool. If you played the last one, you do get your horses from the last game.
Oh,
so I
that is
have my
cool.
2 horses. One of them's name is Epona 2 because I named my first horse in the game Epona and then I killed it. So I got Epona 2.
Oh, your
and
horses
then-
can die in this game.
I think I either lost it. I might have lost it. Either way, I named it Epona 2. I don't remember 100%. It was like fucking
So if you just like
2016.
let it go, does it never come back to the stable? How does
No,
that-
you can go pull them out of the stable again. I don't know how I lost it.
I was gonna say because that's the one thing I worried about Bubbles. So I'm like really anal about making sure I see him everywhere.
I
Like,
lose my horse all the time.
No,
I just
I
fuck
get scared.
off. Like I'll take my horse to a place that I need to use the horse for, and then I will get so distracted that I'll be like miles away from them. And
But
I'll
if
be
you
like,
go back
fuck.
to the pony place,
you
he's
can
there.
always recall them. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes it feel a little better.
So I have Epona 2, and I have the other horse's name is Jello.
Dude, you know why I'm so
This is a little
fucking
fucked
anal
up,
with
but-
Bubbles? Because when the small time I played Red Dead Redemption 2, I got so attached to my
Yeah.
horse, and then it died, and it broke my
Wait,
heart.
wait. Did you
No,
play-
not the ending.
Oh,
no,
I was
no,
about to be like, damn, that's emotional as fuck. That's such a
No, I was running, I was being a dick ass, like robbing people, and I went to go shoot someone who was on a stagecoach. Motherfucker ran me and my horse over, and my horse died. And I was like 4 hours in, and I didn't save. And I'm like, ooh, I don't want my horse to die. And I fucking reset. I went back 4 hours, so I had my horse again.
I got a Mustang in that game, not the car, obviously.
Oh,
And
dude,
it looked
Mustang
like Spirit,
was
so
a
that
V8.
was its name.
Okay.
And that fuck got shot at the end of the game, and Arthur was like, "You've been a good boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna miss you." And I'm just like, "Fuck, man, fuck."
Dude.
You know what's coming next, right?
So I googled "Can your horse die in Tears of the Kingdom?" Right, because I'm curious. Because I don't know why. I'm really questioning why I named it Epona 2 at this point.
Yeah.
But just one of those another great moments where Google searches us the stupidest shit. The next recommended question is will there be horses in heaven?
Oh. I mean, if all dogs go to heaven, I don't see why horses can't.
All dogs don't go to heaven; they go to hell and get chased by a vacuum.
Cats come. Dogs come from heaven. Cats crawl themselves out of hell.
They sure do.
They can climb.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer that cats go to hell.
You know what really sucks? I'm gonna have to go home, wait for that grocery order, but I got a shit so bad.
Same, dude.
So are we calling it there with the
Yeah, I think
ending
we're
of the
gonna call
bowel
it here. Go
movement?
ahead and
All right.
pop us out.
And this time I'm actually going to do the outro.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today. If you liked what you heard, please check out our Twitter at AboveTheBelow69.
Nice.
If you want to support us, you can follow us on Twitter and leave a rating on the site that you used to listen to us. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and leave or go ahead and search Above and Below and give us a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon because we post our episodes at the same time as everywhere else. And as always, yeah!
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.